the last video that's really helpful is when you have a big list of parts that you didn't pull with the other script that pulls a side unknown part number. So the situation that I found myself in was I had a whole bunch of parts that had side unknown part numbers, but that did not have any of the manufacturer links associated with them. Didn't have any of the information updated. It was just a part number with a to be determined description. So I made this final script, and this is it here in Notepad++. And you basically start with a spreadsheet. If I can, if I didn't close that. And it has to have these columns. It's not super user friendly. It has to have these columns in a certain order. And this is just a copy and paste from my Access database. And if it's separated, basically, if I copied that and ran that script, it would try to update Omnify with this one line. And these are all done now. If I did this, it would try to update Omnify with all of these parts. So let's just do, I don't think it'll mess anything up. I'll copy this, so this is on the clipboard now, so it should update these two parts. So if we run this script, update Omnify with block of clipboard parameters, it pops up this dialog, and it's like, hey, just making sure we got 2 rows of records. So the first row it assumes is the header, and it doesn't look at it. It just assumes that all your columns are in the right places. It's a little dangerous. So I say OK. It searches on the part number. So see, it's got to have a part number. And then I think it goes and updates it. It doesn't even look to see if it's got the right stuff. It's right over the top of it with the information that's here in this block. And it takes probably 30 seconds per record in Excel. So it's not too shabby. I think I ran this and I had like 80 part numbers, and it took like 45 minutes, something like that. So pretty quick. Now it pops up this box and it said, hey, we updated these 2 rows, and it took 37 seconds. So get a little faster than that, 19 seconds. And you say okay, and it's done. I mentioned before that it uses a very particular version of Internet Explorer, and so when it runs this, I'll show you in the script. When it runs this is just a variable name, grabbing a pointer to, it's actually creating it here, this Internet Explorer application. It pops open, and I just said right click and pin it to the shortcut bar, the taskbar, and that way I have it if I need it for scraping activities or whatever. So I'm going to close this down, and you should be able to adapt this script. I can walk through the script a little bit if it helps. Here I've got this function that grabs records off the clipboard and assumes it's in a particular format. It grabs it creates an Internet Explorer object and makes sure that you can see it. And I have this subroutine to log into Omnify. You give it the pointer to the IE object, and then your username and password. So right there for me. So you have to edit the script to make it your username and password. What else? Yep. Grabs the max, I think that's a keyword with AutoHotkey, and user check with the message box, like, hey, should I do this? And then it just loops through, and it calls this subroutine, update Omnify with parameters. So you can look through that and kind of see what it does. It makes lots of calls to the document object model. Anyway, should get you started. That's it. Feel free to email me if you have any questions.